take it or leave it. The 49ers front four will dominate the Chiefs offensive line.
Take it.
Take it?
I take it.
All right. Why?
Because they got 5 first-rounders up front. Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, Nick Bosa, and they got Solomon Thomas coming off the bench. So Eric Fisher is a great tackle. He's good at a lot of stuff, but a power rusher is his weakness, and that's Nick Bosa's forte.
Yeah, I'm taking that. Listen, it comes down to a numbers game. And, Vaughn, you know this. You can't double everybody.
Nope.
Who are you going to double on the 49ers? You know, we talk about Nick Bosa, DeForest Buckner, you know, Eric. It's too many guys to double team. Somebody's going to be, you got to be matched up one-on-one with somebody. I like that.
I believe in that all day. The Niners are really overrated on first and second down, getting to the quarterback. And when you have a guy like Mahomes, get rid of it quick with that kind of arm talent, those kind of weapons. I don't see him getting to him on early downs. In fact, the defensive player I'm looking at is Frank Clark. Like, I'm looking at stopping the run on the other side of the ball that could be the difference. The Kansas City Chiefs defense.
Max, take it or leave it. We'll go tight ends. George Kittle will have a better game than Travis KELCE.
I think that's probably going to happen because Kittle is their best pass catcher, and that's the dude that Jimmy G trusts under pressure. So I'll say, with everything Kittle can do, I'll give him the edge there by a little bit.
I'm going to take that because George Kittle is, to me, the primary option in the passing game. He's the best all-around tight end in the National Football League, and I think 49ers going to run, and then George Kittle is going to exploit it in the passing game.
That's a tough one.
Two best in the game.
Both of those tight ends are really 1 and 2 in the league. I gotta take that though. George Kittle, he's a beast. We can do everything. Travis KELCE and zone coverage though is a wrap. And I don't think anybody can cover him one-on-one either though. So that's a tough one.
Woody, you're up next. Take it or leave it. Deebo Samuel will have more big plays. This is tough. Than Tyreek Hill.
Nah. I'm leaving that. I mean,
no, it's Tyreek.
Yeah, I mean, you talk the cheetah against zone coverage. Because you know the 49ers like to play zone coverage. Hey, I don't know anyone on the 49ers that want that smoke from Tyreek Hill.
Nobody wants that.
Tyreek Hill's going to be better than Deebo Samuel. I'll tell you what, the guy I'm looking at is Juszczyk. If you look at the way Shanahan uses a fullback who can also catch passes and all that, to me, that's their secret weapon.
Vaughn, let me ask you this. You've won a Super Bowl MVP. Take it or leave it. Someone other than Mahomes wins Super Bowl MVP.
I take that. It's a lot of talented players in the Super Bowl. It's wide open. They got a lot of great pass rushes on both sides too. It's wide open.
There's going to be a high-scoring Super Bowl, and Mahomes is going to win MVP. But the biggest threat to him is Jimmy G, who does not get enough credit for coming through when he needs to. We've seen him win must-win, high-scoring games this year. He could do it again. Mahomes will win MVP. If it's not Mahomes, it's Jimmy G.
Everybody's going with mobile quarterbacks that can throw. They're running unconventional, offenses that are working. It has to be the quarterback play. It's definitely changed.
As a defender, what does that do to you? What does that mean?
I think you get more opportunities on mobile quarterbacks. The quarterbacks that stay in the pocket, they just get the ball up, throw it quick. I like going against mobile quarterbacks. You get more opportunities.
How you think, I know how it is as a pass rusher when you have 2 of them. It makes your job. How do you think getting Bradley Chubb back next year is going to help you as a player?
It'll be great. Having Bradley Chubb last year was incredible. We had a little bit of run this year, and having a hungry Bradley Chubb next year, because whenever you come off an injury, you're hungry, you're ready to go, you want to prove something. And Bradley Chubb, he's like that already, but he'll be more like that next year.
Yeah.
Usually we think of offensive players as clutch players, right? Because we think of what's happening, not the guy preventing the thing from happening. But you're an example of a clutch defensive player. You always perform at a high level, but it seems to me with the chips on the line, you elevate. What is it when you look at this game, and if you had to pick out one defensive player who you think could be clutch, who would elevate in the moment of truth, who would that be?
I just got to pick one?
Yeah, or you can pick more than one if you want.
I got to go with Eric Armstead and DeForest Buckner. Both of those guys are 6'7", 6'8", going against the interior of the Chiefs' offensive line. That's the weakness on the offensive line is the interior guys, center, guard. And I think those guys will just eat those guys up.
I want to ask you about your quarterback, but before we get into that, we had a good debate earlier with Christian McCaffrey on set on who's the best back in the league. Where are you on that?
The best running back in the league.
Saquon, McCaffrey. Zeke.
I like Zeke. I can't go against Zeke.
Yeah.
I like Marlon Mack. I like Marlon Mack as
Miami, you
well.
don't like that?
I like Marlon Mack as well. He's
Okay.
a great running back as well for the Indianapolis Colts.
Marlon Mack was not expecting that.
Yeah, Marlon Mack is great. He can run the ball. He kind of have some Le'Veon Bell, type of running. He's patient, just like Le'Veon. I like Marlon Mack and Zeke.
Talk to me about Drew Lock. What type of quarterback is he?
He's confident. And you got guys you got quarterbacks in the league 10, 12, 15 years, and they're not confident like that. I think having confidence in your throws, having confidence in your players, having confidence in yourself is a key element to have playing quarterback.
Who dances better between you and Drew Lock?
Oh, come on, it's me. It's me. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Okay. Vaughn, seriously though, like we talked about the quarterbacks, the mobile quarterbacks. The other thing that's taken place, and we mentioned the running backs, almost all of them are guys who are Swiss Army knife players. They can, and we see this in all sports. Basketball, you got to be to switch on everyone. Football, you got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. You got to be able to do all these different things. As a defender, what's that meant to you? The proliferation of backs, multi-purpose backs.
You have to, and I think that's changing with the mobile quarterback. You need a back that can catch the ball, run the power, and also run a
But what does that mean for you, for a defensive player? What does that mean you have to do now?
It's tough. I mean, you got to cover a guy in the run. You got to cover a guy in the pass. For me, going against a running back, I don't want to run with the guy all the way down the field. I don't want him one-on-one going in the inside. It's tough, especially on defenders.
Let me ask you a question, because you're in the same division as the Kansas City Chiefs. You see those boys twice a year. Just playing against those guys, what do you think, what's the weakness of the Kansas City Chiefs? What do you think the 49ers can exploit about the Kansas City Chiefs?
You got to score points. You got to score points. The weakness is, I wouldn't say their defense is definitely, I wouldn't say their defense is a weakness, but their Kansas City defense is not as strong as the Kansas City offense. And if you're going to attack it, you got to attack their defense.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.